Alright, everybody. I think we are good to be live based on every metric that I can measure. So, welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, depending on which version that you are playing. And today we're gonna be doing some viewer battles. Next, we got Cherry already. I'm currently at a secret location. It's not so secret now that I've done basically a 360-degree turnaround, but it's one of these locations that kind of makes you question why it exists. Other than just to kind of look okay-ish from a ways away. You got a tree. We have a small thing of orangish flowers, two small things of orangish flowers, and two bushes. I don't know who comes up here to trim the bushes, but they seem to be pretty okay looking bushes. Alright, let's see here. Let's do Pokeportal. And let's do Link Battle. And today's code is going to be 55307701. Hi, True Soul 77. How you doing? I'm not here for the fights, but just to hang out. Well, I appreciate it, True Soul 77. Alright, I'm gonna start searching now. Alright, I got Cherry. Alright, let's not pick my current party because my current party is trash. Let's start with the newest team today. See where that takes us. Okay, a lot of pieces here. A lot of very offensive pieces. Okay. I think I should do this and this. And then who else can help me out here? I guess this can and this can. Oh wait, but I kind of need this. Yeah, I kind of need that. But I can't bring this, and this. Very excited for Pokemon Day this month? Oh, heck yeah. Pokemon Day is going to be big this year. Mostly because we really don't know too much about what's going to be on Pokemon Day other than I think they're going to have the Dragonite and the Postman thing. And Legend CA they're going to obviously talk about. This is like a bad decision. But I've already locked into it. I changed my mind. Last second. Okay, we got the tails and the chomp. And here is the Gambit and the Rillaboom. Here's the Snow. There's the Surge. So, what can I do here? I could just rip the Terradark right away and fake out the Ninetales. Depends on if I think the Ninetales is like clay or not. Because like Terradark Sword Stance into fake out Ninetales seems pretty nice. It does kind of leave me like a sitting duck for turn 2 though. Let's send this. There's the Terra on Garchomp into Terra Stellar. Okay, Ninetales protects, so functionally the thing that we wanted to happen happened. Unless this Garchomp is, like, banned? Oh, it's Terra Blast. Wow, okay. That probably picks a KO. Huh. Okay. It's not great. In that case, I'm gonna do this. Attack boost is not what I wanted. Darko's gonna change it to Drought. Garchomp goes for the Terra Blast again. But it's not Stellar boosted, and its attack is down right now. So I'm less afraid of it. Ninetales tries to Aurora Veil, but doesn't get it. Oh, I didn't even think about that being Zoroark. Then that's probably Specs, and that's why it KO'd me. In that case. I don't really fear the things. Even if Garchomp switches in here, it's fine. Ninetales is being withdrawn for Garchomp. Air Blast is being drawn out again. P2 takes it just fine. Purple Heat Waves. Do not miss Garchomp. Okay. I actually prefer that I didn't take out the Zoroark there, because the Zoroark slot is currently being useless. Let's Ice Beam, and Heat Wave should take a lot of damage on both. Also covers for Ninetales switch in. Garchomp protects. Hi, Sua, how you doing? Zoroark dodges the Heat Wave again. If it crits me, we're gonna have a problem, but it has not decided to do that yet. I really wish the Zoroark was gone from the Heat Waves, because then, like... then it can't come back in and change its move to something else Terra Stellar. So no warning gets set up. Alright, come on, take Torkoal. Important to land both here. Burn on Garchomp might be handy here. Oh, burn on Ninetales. Double burn. Alright, our Heat Wave misses. I've come back as burns. Alright, burn on Garchomp didn't matter. Grassy terrain disappears. Zoroark returns. I think the best I can do is just double attack. Ninetales protects, which makes perfect sense. Please, come on, hit the Zoroark, please. Okay, good job, Torkoal. And who's in the back? Who's it gonna be in the back? Goldango, okay. Then, what do I do here? I think I just do this. Ninetales tries to protect. Doesn't get it though. Heatwave finishes off Ninetales. Let's do this, and the Zoroark was probably Specs, right? So the Goldango can't be Specs, which means it can't take out Torkoal here, so I should go for the Heat Wave. However, if it does manage to take out Torkoal here, then I'm kind of screwed. So I'm going to Protect. Goldango... Oh, it could be Trick Choice Scarf, now that I think about it. We still have Real Boom in the back, so that wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. Hi, John Peak. How you doing? Doing great now. After 3 days of breeding, I finally got a female Eevee, and now I can have all the female evolutions. Sounds like you got all your ducks in a row. Or foxes. Or whatever Eevee is. Oh, he would burn. Not necessary, but a little bit of salt in the wound. Goldango stops. Goldango gets stripped down by the burn. Good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, can't complain. Got a lot of stuff I'm working on in the background. Now your next challenge would be to get all 6 shiny Primarina females. I mean, there's a lot of shiny female Primarinas. Let's just go with this team, I think. I'll see how it goes. Okay. What doth I do here? If I do Tyranitar Arcanine, then it's like Goldango would be bad. I don't really know how to punish Goldango here, though, is the problem. I can't really afford to. Goldango's not the specs, though. I think it's gotta be Zoroark. Either that or Zoroark is Scar. It can't be Scar. Nah. Nah, Kingambit, I don't think. Hard to say. Let's do this and this. And I'm gonna see what happens. Okay, we have Incineroar and Ninetales. Both of these Pokemon have revealed abilities, so as long as both of their abilities are revealed, neither of them are Zoroark. Or one of them is Zoroark. So Incineroar... Oh, okay, well Ninetales is Ninetales. And Incineroar is Incineroar. Okay, Rock Slide here, and I do big damage to whatever, and then it makes the most sense for them to swap out their Weather Setter, but into what, though, is the thing. Like, if it's Guard Chomp, then I should not be Flare Blitzing. I should be Psychic Fangsing. If it's Guard Chomp, it doesn't really matter, though. I'm gonna knock off this slot, and Flare Blitz this slot. I see a Terrestrialization on Ninetales into water, okay. Zoro fixed out Arcanine, but Arcanine wasn't going to do much damage this turn anyways. Goes for Dazzling. Sand makes it so we take reduced damage there. Crits Arcanine, though. That's why it does so much. Knock off into Ninetales does so much damage. And Ninetales is pretty close to death. But now, since we didn't move last turn, Arcanine is free to pick another move. I'm going to Rock Slide. I could Extreme Speed here. Double Rock Slide doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world, though. I might value the Intimidate later. I think I swap in DD here to preserve the Intimidate. I just had an incredibly stupid idea. Does anyone know the best way to get a ton of Steelix? That would probably be through Generation 8. There is a wild Steelix that spawns there. Or you could just go... Actually, the best way would be using Pokemon Legends Arceus to get the Alpha Steelix that live there. Okay, Garchomp is now on the field. Incineroar is now eating its berry. Indeedee is being buffeted by the Sandstorm. So they can't Earthquake here because Incineroar is on the field. I need my sand, though. I need to keep sand. I need to keep sand. Not necessarily, actually. As long as Arcanine is still alive, then I can deal with the Ninetales. I think I knock off and follow me. Stopping tantrums into Indeedee. Indeedee lives it. Incineroar Flare Blitzes. Into Indeedee. Incineroar takes Recoil. Raitar gets knocked off into Garchomp. Raitar takes some damage back. Knocks off Clamulate, though. So now I feel fine going for Rock Slide here and using my Terrace Psychic to get rid of Garchomp. Or at least to try to. Yeah. In comes back in Ninetales. Use our Terra here, though. I'm glad I didn't Extreme Speed. That's only something that I just thought about, because Psychic Terrain. But Psychic Terrain is why we can do this. For, I think, maybe the first time in all of Beat Me Take My Pokemon history. I'm gonna go for the Psychic Terra. And go for Psychic Fangs. Okay, I need to connect the Rock Slide. Okay, that's pretty great. Incineroar comes back in to get down the Intimidate again. But... actually, wait. I should knock off the slot and... actually... they switched to Goldango is the thing that I'm predicting. And Psychic Fangs... now is going to struggle to take Incineroar, and I don't want them to knock off my Arcanine. Let's do that. Okay, Incineroar actually tries to go for Fake Out over a Psychic Terrain. Let's go. Incineroar still gets to live, but it can no longer leave the field again. Does nobody use Kanto Arcanine anymore? I haven't seen it all since Hisui form released. I would say Kanto Arcanine just feels better. Like, not in the regulation that we're currently in, or any of the recent ones, but Hisuian Arcanine just feels better more often than not, which is strange because, I don't know, they're kind of interchangeable, I would think. Shucks. I need Goldango to do its Steel-type thing. Do I swap Arcanine here and have Goldango take a hit? Or have... yeah. Ah, shucks. It's gonna be fine. Goldango's gonna make it rain. Incineroar's gonna knock off. Weirdness disappears. Arcanine gets down the Intimidate. And this is Flare Blitz and I think Protect. Oh wait, no, but if Goldango protects here and but Incineroar's intimidated, it shouldn't take out Arcanine. I don't think it will. Oh, but the Flare Blitz damage though. Oh wait, the Flare Blitz won't happen if it protects. Okay, it's fine. Ah, shucks. I didn't think that would KO. Man. Wonder what that range is. Oh well, you live and you learn. Is that in BDSP though? Because wait, what? The best way to get a ton of Steelix is just using Pokemon Legends Arceus and going to the one area where there's Alpha Steelix, and then catching it, leaving the area, and coming back and respawning it a bunch of times. Alright, game 3, I guess I pick this team. And let's do you, and you. I guess Sicilian form would better offensively since it's more offensive and regular better defensively. Yeah, that's exactly the idea. You got it on the nose. P2 gets Technician, which I don't think should matter for any moves. P2's also actually P2 since its ability activated, but I want to knock off its Eviolate for later. Garchomp is not Garchomp. Yeah, it's gotta be Specs. P2 gets knocked off. P2 goes for Terra Blast, also into Pelipper. Garchomp is being withdrawn. Or actual Garchomp. Scizor gets knocked off into Garchomp. Scizor gets hurt though. Garchomp's Amulet's gone. Scizor loses some HP. Porygon 2 recovers. Then... I feel dying doing this, I think. You can see Terrestrialization on Porygon 2 into Flying. Scizor gets Bullet Punch. Rough Skin. Life Orb. Garchomp goes for Earthquake. It's gonna take Scizor. It goes for Ice Beam. Ice Beam is not super helpful there, but it's also kind of not avoidable. I think I'm gonna do this. And we're gonna have one of these. Okay, no Ninetales switch in, which is something I really did not want to see. There's +1 non-Eviolite P2 take this. It does, just barely. Well now the Ninetales switch-in is a possibility here. Just gonna hope I don't miss the Snarl. Not P2, not P2, not P2. Oh, come on, man. Alright, I wasn't destined to win this one. Not with that luck. Bruh. What to say was Hisuian form hits more versus better effective damage because it's rock typing. Yeah, exactly. I think the only universe where I win this is if they super misplay. Come on, hyper voice, hyper voice, hyper voice, hyper voice, hyper voice. Yeah, I would have had that one. If it wasn't for every single piece of RNG working against me there, I would have had that one. But that stinks. That really stinks. Oh, well. The only way to get Magnet Pull and BDSP is with Swarm Pokemon? I guess I'm stealing one from... What does that mean? What do you need Magnet Pull for? Three Snarl misses and a crit Ice Beam is... exactly what you need to win. Oh, well. Alright, puts Cherry at... the important number. The 10 wins now. And you are now forced to monotype. And your Pokemon that I'm banning is Hisuian Zoroark. So relish your victory while you can. I think... okay, we're gonna trade now. So which one do you want, Cherry? I'll wait for Strain to catch up. Alright, Strain's probably caught up by now. These are all look guys. We've already got a P2, so I figured only one of those. We do have quite a reserve of the Indeedee still, as in all of them. Hello, Devin. How you doing? You're missing 3 Pokemon, 1 Mega from the Discord. Well, good job. It is a bit of a run-on sentence, but it's a little bit more readable than your previous sentences. So I'm glad you're improving. I'll go for Indeedee. Okay, which one? Do you want the Sun Indeedee, or do you want the Trick Room Indeedee? Trick Room Indeedee has Side Shock. Sun indeed has Dazzling Gleam. How many starters did you breed? I don't know. Maybe like, I guess Blastoise and Blastoise and Rillaboom and Rillaboom and Cineroar and Cineroar. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So probably like 20 max. I'll take Trick Room and duty. Okay, bet. All the starters are physical attackers, so I didn't have to be too. I probably actually only bred like 10 starters, because none of the starters are really special attackers. Except for Blastoise, but I don't think I cared about the Blastoise's physical attacks because Iron Defense. Alright. VGC Cat, but VGC Cat's so good. You can't teach people VGC without VGC Cat. Alright, well, the floor is now open again. And I'll wait for stream to catch up. What do you think about the team? I think it's good. I don't have any complaints. I think... what was something that I noticed? Oh, it's just Ninetales, Goldango, and... What was it? Ninetales, Goldango, and... Other man. Oh, P2. They all just kind of struggle to hit steel types, but that's what Garchomp is for. But if Garchomp can't hit the steel types, then it becomes a problem. And only then. My opinion is I like the coverage, but it lacks a bit of a bulk for my playstyle. That's fair, that's fair. Outside of being annoying, it doesn't really do much else. That is a very wide definition. That's like talking about water and being like, other than it being wet, water doesn't really do anything else. Other than being a liquid, water doesn't really do that much. Also, hello, Rad, how you doing? The rules are in fact in the description. Basic summary is that it's regulation F. Yeah, Reg F. Alright, we got Leo. I didn't understand a single bit of the rules. Are these the correct rules? These are not the correct rules. But as long as you bring a correct team, then we'll go with that. All you gotta do is win 3 battles in a row to win a Pokemon on your first attempt, but after that, you only gotta win 2 battles, so it becomes easier. So the first run through is a bit easier. That is a Terapagos, which means that this is not a legal team. Okay, we're gonna enter my 2 Pokemon that have the least number of activated abilities, and we're gonna go through this very quickly. Apparently you can get 10 rare candies on the Ace Academy tournament. I never got that till now. I think I've only done Ace Academy tournament like 3 or 4 times now. Oh, we can battle again with different rules that I decide if you want to try it again, Leo. Okay. Is Ogerpon and Tornadus allowed? Those are in fact legendary Pokemon that are allowed. You can use those ones. You just can't use the big ones like Terapagos or Koraidon or Miraidon or Calyrex or Solgaleo or Lunala or Zacian or Zamazenta, and also no mythicals like Mew or Jirachi. Just realized if I want to do my stupid idea, I need that many numbers of Steel. Why do you need over 5,000 Steelix? What is this idea? Also, am I on the monotype? Yes, you're on the split monotype now. Now that you're at 10 wins, you're on the split monotypes from before. I'm currently grinding the tournament for cash and receive them, so it's a surprise considering rare candies are common drops in 5-star raids. Yeah, this is probably the generation, other than Generation 8, that gives you rare candies pretty willy-nilly. Someone else battle, yeah, basically. I mean, I'm working on stuff on the side, so it doesn't really bother me, but it is probably a rather boring viewer experience that nothing is happening. Um, Currently got the next team ready for 128 team. Actually, it's not ready at all. It's not even close to being ready, but it's currently Blaziken, Torracat, Primarina, Superior, and Sneasler. And a Dragon Core Breaker ideally, but I don't know what Dragon Core Breaker to put in the 6th slot yet. Probably gonna be a pseudo. I do need a dark type, but not Hydreigon, because I've had a lot of Hydreigons. Same concept, different plan. Only need 234 Steelix. Why do you need that many Steelixes, though? I'm still putting together final Pokemon for my team. Won't be ready for another 30 minutes. I mean, fair enough. We got all the time in the world. I think that rad person left. Right, they're either super concentrating or they left. Hydreigon is cool and all. Well, I've had a lot of Hydreigons, is the thing. Hydreigon's very cool. Very epic. Does not hit the speed that it needs to all the time, but very epic. The fairy anything? I mean, there's not even that many common fairies in Regulation H. The only fairies are like Primarina and Clefable was around for a bit. That dragon is gonna hate whenever terrestrialization goes away, though. Um, I need my Grass Fire Water Core Breaker, but none of these dragons are that appealing for this team that I'm building. Except maybe when was the last time I had Dragonite? Was it in Gen 1? I think it was in Gen 1. Yeah. How many times have I had Dragonite? Let's see. We've had Dragonite for Team 101, Team 90 for Inner Focus, Team 71 for Pokemon from 7-Star Terra Raids, Team 60 for Spoiler Alert, The Crit Matters, Team 45 for Dragmag, Team 22 for Mega Pokemon for Legend ZA, and that's it. Yeah, we kind of had a lot of Dragonites. Terra is very cool. I like it a lot. I like Terra. It is probably the best mechanic. It is the best mechanic as they all stand right now. However, I think Terra can be outshined by Z moves and Megas if they just reworked how both of those mechanics worked a little bit. Because Megas just need to be more personalized, and they also need to get rid of the base 100 base stat total increase that they give to Megas. And Z moves just need to have their damage nerfed, and status Z moves need to feel more impactful, rather than basically all of them just clearing your lowered stat drops. Because sometimes with Terra, I think it's cool whenever it's like, fire King Gambit, so that way King Gambit is not weak to fighting, and it resists Fairy, and it doesn't get burned. It's like, that's very cool. I like that a lot. But when it's like it's Incineroar, and it's like, alright, Incineroar is either Ghost, so that it can specifically avoid fake outs from other Incineroars, or it's Terra Grass, so that they can get around the powder from Amoonguss. And that's basically the only two Terras that you can run on Incineroar. It's like, oh. Okay. I think I would like it more, though, if we had a format um, sometime during Scarlet and Violet, where you can only terrestrialize into a type that you already had. I feel like that would be epic. Because there's a lot of losers in that situation. Like Hydreigon can only terrestrialize into Dark and Dragon. But I feel like there's a lot of winners. Like Dragonite can still terrestrialize into Flying. The only megas I want back are Altaria and Houndoom. That's perfectly fair. Those guys were not super correct. Houndoom was kind of correct. Under the right scenarios, Houndoom was correct. Altaria, not that correct, though. What moves did they give Altaria? Since Megas. I guess Alluring Voice is a thing now? It was running Moonblast anyways before that, though, wasn't it? I liked Mega Audino's design, true, but Mega Audino should have just been an Audino evolution. The fact that the only Mega we have in Gen 5 is Mega Audino is just so sad. But now Audino is just blocked to being Audino forever because Mega Audino exists. What's a Pokemon that has secondary effects associated with it? Because Sneasler's secondary effects. I guess, like, Tri-Attack Pokemon? We had Togekiss that I could do full flinch Togekiss. Actually, no, it doesn't combine with Serene Grace. I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Could get Baby Audino? Yeah, I'd love Baby Audino. Give Audino some more moves. But we will never get anything better than Audino because Mega Audino exists. Unless they decide to hard retcon Audino. Well, I guess there could be Regional Audino. And then that evolves into something. But they haven't set the precedent that that can be a thing that happens yet. Because all we have for regional megas is Mega Slowbro. Or, yeah, Mega Slowbro and Hisuian. Not Hisuian. Galarian Slowbro. And Galarian Slowbro didn't evolve. Probably for the reason that they don't want to set a precedent yet between megas and regional variant forms. Drangel Beedrill got a mega, but not Butterfree. Yeah, there's a lot of... I think the strangest one is Glalie and Frostlass. That's a curious one for me. They definitely let a lot of things open-ended with Oraz, because they gave us Mega Gallade when we already had Mega Gardevoir. And they gave us the other two starters when we already had Mega Blaziken. But Aura has opened up a lot more holes, like a lack of Mega Slowking. Audino needs, like, I don't know what Audino even has. Audino is just, like, Simple Beam. Like, that's it. It's been so long since we've had Audino that I can't really remember to look over. It's like Healer is, like, its only ability. I guess I could look it up right now since I'm on Showdown, even though it won't be in the regulation that I'm in. Audino is Healer. Oh, it is Regenerator. That's the other one. Regenerator Klutz. So I guess this thing... It won't tell me its moves because I'm not in the right regulation, but... Audino is just like a Simple Beam thing. I have an OC with 4 Audinos. That's a lot of Audinos. Let me go check something. Oh, let me get rid of this. Do I want to use this to train things? Maybe. Do I want to use this to train things? No. Goodbye, Gaming Goal. Do I have a Hoot Hoot? Because I had a Hoot Hoot outbreak earlier. I do. Dang, oh well. There goes that idea. No, a surprise trade. No, not single battle. Okay, there we go. Who's... It's kind of like a... I do have a theory, though, that they made Mega Audino just so that they wouldn't have to make a Mega Blissey. Because they wanted, like, a Healy kind of... They wanted a support Mega, let's say. A Mega that is not focused on attack, but is instead focused on support. And if you're pandering to the Gen 1ers, then you should do Chansey. But Chansey has an evolution, Blissey. They didn't want to make a Mega Blissey, though, because Mega Blissey just sounds kind of dumb. Let's be honest. What is Mega Blissey? Mega Blissey doesn't even sound that fearful. What's it gonna have? 2 eggs? No, that's ridiculous. And then they were like, don't we have a Pokemon that's kind of like Blissey, but not Blissey? And then they like, everyone in the conference room like kind of panned over to that one person. And they were like, you're right, we do have a Pokemon that's like Blissey, that's not Blissey. And then the guy that's standing up with the clicker for the PowerPoint clicks over to Audino. And everyone in the conference room is like, oh! And then they made Mega Audino. There are other Pokemon, Blissey, Tamalele, and Xerneas? Oh, the OC's Pokemon? That's quite the team. Mega Mr. Mime? Mega Mr. Mime. I don't think it's an idea that they would have tossed around. But thankfully Mega Mr. Mime does not exist. Because we have Galarian Mr. Mime. Who evolves into Mr. Rhyme. And eventually we're going to get like an evil regional variant of Mr. Mime, and then he'll evolve into Mr. Crime. And Mr. Crime will be so funny. And if we get a Mr. Mime regional variant that's really into acidic fruits, we can call him Mr. Lime. And if we get a regional variant of Mr. Mime that really likes clocks, we can call him Mr. Time. Is anyone here? No. No, Emilio Campos. There's nobody here. Emiliano Campos. It needs some sort of different ability in Fake Out. Does Mr. Mime not have Fake Out? I would have thought it would. My team is an accidental flex. I hope it's not full of shiny restricted legendaries. because those ones are not allowed. Also, if you get picked and you pick the rules, you gotta pick the rules in the description. And I hope you've read the rules in the description, because those are very important. I wish Meowscarada had a bit more going for it. I think Meowscarada's fine. It's just not in the right place at the right time. Because the place that we exist is, like, Fluttermane time. No Fluttermane, Meowscarada is doing fine for itself. Fluttermane, Meowscarada not so much. Alright, we've got Boyd, who is selecting the rules. Please pick the right one, which is official rules 1. Okay, it's up to me to decide the rules. That's even better. Oh, we lost each other. Try it again. Give me Meowscarada Illusion. That would be crazy. I can't imagine a Pokemon other than Zoroark being Illusion. I thought that was another guy. I mean, it's on the screen, though. Alright, we got Void back at it again. It's up to me to decide the rules. We're gonna go with these rules. Alright, Emiliano, so this first time around, you just gotta win all 3 battles, but after that, you only have to win 2 battles. I'm gonna hide the screen so that way you don't see what team I'm picking. And we're gonna start off with this team. Be sure to pick kind of quickly, because it will kick us if the lobby takes too long here, so... Speed does kind of matter. Just, the first time doesn't really matter. You can pretty much pick anything that you want. It's just a practice round. Nobody's beaten all 3 teams on their very first try. My team says it doesn't work. Well, then that means you're most likely trying to use a Pokemon that is not allowed. So what Pokemon are you trying to use? If you're trying to use a Miraidon, or a Koraidon, or a Terapagos, or a Calyrex Shadow, or a Groudon, or a Kyogre, or a Rayquaza, or a Mew, or a Jirachi, all of those guys aren't allowed. Can't use those ones. My team is Iron Valiant, the elephant one, King Gambit, Iron Hands, duplicate items. Yeah, you also can't have duplicate items. That could be what's messing you up. The elephant one. You mean Kaparaja? Or who's the other one? Oh, Donphan. And it's Iron ones. Great Tusker. Yeah, those guys. Those guys are fine. My Piloswine got a clutch freeze against King Gambit at 1 HP. That's pretty lit. We love our thick, fat Piloswines. The Snow Warning ones, or the Snowcloak ones, not so much. Those guys are kind of weird. But if you're trying to use multiple booster energies, since you have multiple paradoxes, that's not going to work. Because you can only have one booster energy. This has gone on for a lot longer than I thought. I thought it would have kicked us by now. My controller's turned off. Sorry, no worries, no worries. We'll get through it eventually. If you need the disconnect to change your items, we can do that too, since there's no other challengers at this moment. Oh, there we go. Alright, we have a Heatran, we have a King Gambit, we have an Urshifu. Yeah, Urshifu must be female. I thought all of them were males. Of course, Latios. So I think what I do is I do this and this and this and no. I do this. I removed 2 Pokemon because it didn't work. Well, you've at least got enough to battle, so you can get through your first attempt at least. My main Urshifu is female? Oh, okay. I thought that they were all male. I guess it's random. Can't use my favorite main, my Hoopa is in fact a mythical, which is in fact not allowed in this format. That is definitely the one that was messing you up there. Also, that is a Wicked Blow. Really did not want to see Wicked Blow here, but it is what it is. Wicked Blow comes out from Urshifu, does that much damage to Indeedee. Feature goes for Magma Storm, but it misses Indeedee, which is kind of helpful. You get up room. And let's do this. Aaron gets off Dazzling Gleam. Urshifu is not Focus Sash. Bring back the Keytrank Cresselia meta? Is that even a thing, though? That sounds... I guess it was a thing for a while. That was when... Atria used to be more crazy. I think I'm fine repeating the turn. What was that thing named? Gladian Wings? Want to see something funny? I mean, this is Latias about to be like Terra Steel. It's Terra Normal, which is a little bit more unexpected. What does Terra Normal even save you for? Is it like Hyper Beam Latias? No, it's physical Latias. Well, indeed, he's gonna get finished off, but that actually helps me. Gen 5 was so peak. I think having all the formats from Gen 5 would be epic with the updated battle style. I do not want to battle with, what are they called? Not crystals. Oh, gems. I don't want to battle with gems. I'm glad that I missed battling with gems. Also, the fact that Amoonguses can click Spore into each other is funny, but also not something I want to deal with. Shambles. Also, Hidden Power coming back. Don't want to deal with that. Gems were a bit less peak. Yeah, gems can stay in the past. They can remain Z moves, and we'll never talk about them ever again. Except for the normal gem. The normal gem can stay, because normal gem explosion is really funny. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. This little pocket's defiant, but like also it's gonna die. Ooh, crit adds a little bit of insult to injury. The sprites were so cool. Yeah, I agree with that. They did not get enough mileage out of the Gen 5 sprites. And the fact that they moved. Like, so much work got put into the Gen 5 sprites, and then they just made them 3D. And then they were like, alright, we're done. We have, like, so many great sprites now. Don't need to worry about it for, like, the next 10 years. And then they finally decided to start updating some in this game. Could be worse with Mega Metacham dominating the OU ladder. You know, it was back when it was viable. Yeah, Mega Metacham. Probably one of my favorite Megas to use. I like Mega Metacham a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna bother screen hiding. Let's go with these guys. But unfortunately, Emiliano, you can't get a Pokemon in this attempt, but you are more than welcome to play out the other 2 battles if you would like. Get some practice in. 3D is less than the Gen 5 sprites. I 100% agree with that. Especially whenever you look at things like Oshawott, who got absolutely murked by 3D. And so many of the water types that were just so much less saturated in 3D. It's crazy. Is the 3 in 3D capitalized? I don't... Usually it is. I don't think it matters, though. I don't think a Mega Metacham would be as much of a terror as it was then as it would be now, because we have so many ways around Mega Metacham. Like Hisui and Zoroark exist now. There's so many Pokemon that speed creep it now. So many Pokemon that don't really care about the huge power. Still a lot of Pokemon that care about the huge power. Mega Mawile, though? Mega Mawile would still probably cook people to this day. If it was put in. The only new thing that I could really see cooking Mega Mawile is... like Gouging Fire, and Gouging Fire is not even legal in OU right now, it's in Ubers. Like, Hisui and Zoroark might be a little specific, but kind of what I mean is, like, different type so many different type combinations exist now that Metacham feels Metagross's, like, 5 move slot problem, where it can't run as many coverage moves as it needs to cover everything. Fighting Psychic, Electric Ice doesn't cover as much as it needs to anymore. Because you can't hit, like, oh, Goldango. Goldango would absolutely tear up Metacham. There's nothing that that Metacham could do for Goldango, realistically. Other than just getting one really good Thunder Punch, like, kind of quickly. And even then, Goldango's just Choice Scarf, so it outspeeds anyways. I'll give a Pokemon with the highest attack stat in Orez and give it Bullet Punch. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Is there anything that says we were just doing this and maybe some common sense? Doing this and this and this and this and this. That thing's Defiant. Yeah, I should bring this. Goldango is also very cool. Goldango, maybe the best Pokemon to come out of this generation. I like the idea of Goldango a lot. I hate the Make It Rain, though. The Make It Rain sometimes makes my head hurt a lot. Alright, place your bets. Is Indeedee about to redirect 2 Ghost Tape moves? Fluttermane. I mean, Fluttermane would counter Medicham, but Fluttermane is always going to be Ubers. Okay, there's a Ghost Tape move. And there's a Flame Charge. Feral Edge going for the Will-O-Wisp into Indeedee. Giving it a burn. I'll bet on it being 2 Ghost 2. You were almost correct. Very, very close to correctness. Unfortunately, Feral Edge, I feel like doesn't have a tricked out moveset, because I feel like Flame Charge and Will-O-Wisp are things that it learned naturally. Now we got Ogerpon. Thought we might see a Terra there on Ogerpon, but we in fact did not see it. Ogerpon's not going to take Indeedee there. Not that it matters. Burn Chip. So if the Ogerpon Terra Grasses and gets the speed boost, then it gets to outspeed Fluttermane. But Fluttermane can still kill it. Then again, what was the other Pokemon? There's Ogerpon. I'm just gonna bring Kamo. Kamo can fix all our life problems. Ooh, it's very Garchomp. Man, I wish I brought Fluttermane. I wish I was able to remember things sometimes. I think I do this. Medicham was really hurt by the physical and special split in Gen 4 since it lost Shadow Ball as a physical stab option. That is true. Ogerpon changing over to grassy terrain. And Garchomp going for the Liquidation, Terra Water. Fortunately, going to be resisted by Kamo-O. Look at the defense drop, though. And Expanding Force is going to grab Garchomp. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the battle that way I can try and use my party team. Okay. You might want to run past me what your party team is, just in case you have another Hoopa-like character. To this day, I do believe it still gets no physical ghost or dark type moves either. Yeah, I can't see why it would get Phantom Force or Shadow Claw or Poltergeist or anything like that. And the only physical dark type moves I can think of are Knockoff and Brutal Swing and Night Slash and Crunch. But it wouldn't get any, and Assurance and Payback. There's actually a lot of them. But it wouldn't get any of those. Which is probably good. Hopefully the correct rules are going to be selected here, or I get to pick the rules. Okay, those seem to be the correct rules. And let's finish out the set strong here. It could get Sucker Punched, considering it's a fighting type. Maybe. I really would not want to deal with huge power Sucker Punch Mega Metacham, though. Okay, still only 4 Pokemon, but all of them are at least legal. Is it the best team for this? I mean, you could still have 6 Pokemon. You don't have to bring only 4, but I mean, sure. We're gonna do this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. This is also a teeny tiny flex. I mean, we saw the Heatran. The Heatran was shiny, right? Is everybody else going to be shiny? It would seem that way. Okay, let's do this and this, yeah. Greninja goes for the Ice Beam, becoming an Ice type. Heatran goes for the Earth Power, perhaps lacking a Steel type move such as Flash Cannon. And goodbye, Greninja. Even regular Metacham would still be a menace with Sucker Punch. Maybe. Hard to say. I'd say. I'm at a hard to say on that one. Iron Thorns being booster gets the attack boost. Let's reflect just to stop that from getting out of control, I think. This thing is the bigger threat. Heat Wave comes out. Please don't burn out Caledon. Thank you. Iron Thorns gets off the Heavy Slam, which brings Grimmsnarl pretty low. I gamble in the Snarls today. Heatran is now the slowest thing on the field. Snarl hits both targets. Heatran does get off the Magma Storm. We'll get some chip in there. Over time, at least. Faced my Iron Thorns a few weeks ago, so that's twice for you. I feel like some random person had an Iron Thorns before that. Maybe not, though. This thing is getting thunderwaved. We're gonna see a terrestrialization from the opponent. And it is grass. That's a pretty good one. Energy Ball comes out. Gonna pick up the first opponent KO of the game. Yeah, I think I always click body press here. Even if it was, like, weak armor. It's not weak armor. It probably doesn't outspeed Pelipper. But there has been a higher Iron Thorns uptick recently. There has been a development in the meta, I guess, of battling Fire Farmer 1, 2, 3. God, could you imagine just somebody going back through and like scraping every video that we've had, every live stream we've had so far, and somebody recreating like every team that we've had, and then like trying to figure out which one was the best one in like some kind of battle royale format? That would be insane. Well, Leo, or not Leo, Emiliano is voiding game, but fortunately you didn't win on this attempt, but whenever you come back, you only have to win 2 out of the 3 battles. So, looking forward to it. The answer is Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, it is pretty meta. I feel like I know how to deal with the Raging Bolt better now, though, than I did before. Alright, I'm going to start searching now, and we will be on the search train for a bit. I will go back to working on what I was working on before. which is trying to figure out a non-dragon type, dragon type core breaker. Can I do like a non-official 2v2 just so you can see my other Pokemon? I mean, sure, if you want to just flex your Pokemon, that's fine. It's not exactly a queue right now for battling, so whatever floats your boat. Raging Bolt kind of mid. That's a interesting take, but I mean, sure. I have a whole $1,000 on this game after building today's team. Another part about that's a Dialga. Another part about today's team is that we haven't had a 7-star in a while, which means that we're kind of out of resources. And if we don't get another 7-star soon, it's going to be harder to team build again. What is the best thing that I could possibly bring to try and beat a Hoopa Unbound and a Dialga? I think it's these two. Alright, that is in fact a Hoopa Unbound and a Dialga. God, they're so tall. I do this, and I do this, and we Prage. It's okay, so those are two extremely niche scenarios where Terra Fairy, not so much, but all of the Lightning Rod Pokemon that you would be bringing in a regulation that Raging Bolt is allowed are just trash. Like, Raichu is probably the best one. Ah, there's the crit. Yeah, I was never intended to win this one. That was a non-stab hit in light screen and it still did that much. There's no meta-relevant Lightning Rod Pokemon, even if there is a Lightning Rod Pokemon, you just drop a Draco on it. Not the fairy ones, which is the extremely niche scenario that Sua is mentioning, but... same idea. Zebstrika is better than Raichu. That is an extremely interesting opinion. I don't think I'd agree with that on any universe, but sure. We'll run with that idea. forgot to mention this isn't a 1v1 and Raging Bolt isn't shadow tagged in. True. Alright, let's see if there's anybody that actually wants to battle. See you later. Yep, hopefully figure out some teams. Get some Pokemon that you think you can win with Emiliano. Maybe look at some other people's teams. And come back stronger and better than ever. Is better stats and hits harder and faster than Raichu, so how is it not? The answer is that Raichu is fake out, and Zebstrika does not. And that is the entire thing. That's all you need. Also, does Zebstrika Endeavor? I don't think it does. Okay, it can't Endeavor, but this horse ain't faking out. Nuzzle, oh yeah, Nuzzle's another one. No Nuzzle on the horse. Agree to disagree? I mean, fair enough. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I'll get figured out whenever the battlefield starts, but fair enough. We can always test it out sometime. I mean, we can test it out now. Wait, the same argument would also work for Zebstrika, because not only can Zebstrika not hit another Lightning Rod Pokemon with its stab, it also just can't even hit ground types unless you're running like Trailblaze or High Jump Kick or something like that. What is Zebstrika's best fighting type move? So by that logic, Zebstrika is then also mid. We do have high horsepower, so we can hit electric types back at least. Then I could just have Raging Bolt use. It's gonna. Oh wait, it's gonna tell me its moves. I can have my Raging Bolt use Body Press, or I could have it use Weather Ball, or I could have it use Solar Beam. This thing gets Solar Beam? That's kind of crazy. Why has nobody done Terra Grass Solar Beam Raging Bolt in the sun? It sounds awesome. You resist ground? I got low kick on Zebstrika. It gets Solar Beam? I know, I did not expect to see Raging Bull have Solar Beam. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but it feels like something that would be more widely used. Even though, like, if you're running Solar Beam, it's something that you can't hit with Electric. So you wouldn't be hitting Water, because you'd rather just hit that with Electric. So you'd rather be hitting Rock, which there's not that many Rock types, or Ground. Yeah, I guess the usage case is just Ground, which you'd rather just hit with your Urshifu Water. Learns both High Horsepower and Trailblaze. And those are both okay-ish moves. High Horsepower is good. Trailblaze, not so much. I still never figured out that secondary effect Pokemon that I wanted. There's the Dunsparce Rock Slide. But that would be Serene Grace, and that wouldn't matter anyways. So what if I had... I really wish Amoonguss wasn't banned right now. That is one of the ones that got banned pretty early. Who was that? Amoonguss was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one. Oh, Bronze. What is? No, Bronze doesn't really have any notable secondary effect moves. I want other people to win more things. You and me both, Sherry. You and me both. I guess I do have... Let me go back to the box and... Oh, whoops. Let me go to the box and I can organize it now. Let's do... These guys here, so all the sun stuff is together. Man, if I was missing the sun and DD, this would stack up kind of nicely. Let's put these and DDs up here. And then this is sun, 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 sun meets Trick Room. Oh, look at that. All the NDDs are in a line now. I need to lose one more so that I can have a perfect line here, though. A year from now, I'm going to have one of every Pokemon in like half the dex banned, and there will still be the other half of the Pokemon left. I mean, how many... Let me look at the ratio of Cherry to non-Cherry wins. So Cherry has 10 wins now. And the non-Cherry wins are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what percentage is 7 out of 17? That's... So 41% of the wins are non-Cherry wins, which is pretty considerable. I do try to improve at battling, but let's be real, I am bad. Well, that's what we're all here for. It's getting better. Learning. Getting better. Trying out new things. Understanding what works and what doesn't work. You have 59% of the wins. You do have 59% of the wins. You have... What's something that only happens 60% of the time in Pokemon? You have about about the accuracy of Sing of the wins. Sing is 55. Oh, you have Hypnosis. That's what it is. You have the Hypnosis. If the Hypnosis lands, that means Cherry wins. If the Hypnosis doesn't land, that means somebody else wins. Alright, let me open up the box again. Or the battles again. Is there anybody on Twitch? Oh, there was some... Oh, it's a bot. Twitch bot. How do I get rid of these people? Dang, this account was made 3 days ago. Wonder why. Alright, you know what? You're getting full reported this time, buddy. For terrorism. No, not for terrorism. That's a little extreme. Just spam. Spam. Scam. Well, why can't I put spam and scam? It's spam because they do it all the time. And it's bot. I guess it's technically just a bot, but it's running a scam. Tell us more. The bot is maybe doing terrorism. And then in parentheses, I'm going to put of the bot kind. Alright, submit report. Do I have any ground types across the teams? I think Pelipper is the only... Pelipper gets Terra Ground. But nobody else is a ground type. So you could do like Zebstrika... What is it? Zebstrika and... Oh, like Zebstrika Belly Bolt Discharge spam? Could be a viable strategy. Of course, we still have things like Rillaboom and Duraludon, but once you've discharge spammed yourself enough with your Lightning Rod, then you can just click Terra Blast, whatever the heck you want, and deal with those things later. Oh, that Hoopa Unbound did just remind me that Hoopa Unbound raids are this weekend. And I have to decide if I actually want to go do them. In your opinion, what are the top 3 Reg G restricted Pokemon? Calyrex Shadow, Calyrex Ice, Miraidon. Those are the top 3, no doubt in my mind. Outside of that, it then goes Terapagos, Zamazenta. Koraidon has been kind of up there with the lack of Pelipers in Regulation G recently. I think Koraidon can sit on Terapagos' level. And I feel like there's one more I'm missing for the A ranks. Terapagos, Zamazenta, Koraidon. Who else did I say? I forget. If you've done much at all. I haven't done much at all, but I have kept up with it. Just enough to know it. Anything that's happening at any given time. So you don't like Kyogre? I think Kyogre's a B. Kyogre and Groudon just kind of sit at Bs. I think they're much better on the ladder, but I think they absolutely fall apart once you do open team sheet, because Kyogre, you either need to get somebody with like a Choice Scarf Kyogre, or you need to be like Specs Kyogre with the right setup and make your opponent think you're Choice Scarf Kyogre. Groudon A- B+. Yeah, Groudon the top of the Bs. Or bottom of the A's. Either one of those two. But that's only because paradoxes exist. Let me go to my paste tab. Might crash the stream. What does the Regulation G say? Calyrex Ice, Calyrex Ice, Terapagos, Calyrex Ice, Calyrex Ice, Kyogre, Calyrex Ice, Calyrex Shadow, Zamazenta, Miraidon, Calyrex Shadow. Hasn't loaded yet. Specs Ogre from Global Challenge. I wonder how things will change when we get double restricted. Double restricted? I think the strongest thing will be Calyrex Shadow Terapagos. I think Calyrex Ice will fall off very quickly. Because 2 restricteds means that it's so much harder for it to get up Trick Room. But to counter that, I think the more niche ones, like Lunala and Solgaleo, will be better at doing specific things to beat Calyrex Shadow and Terapagos, because Solgaleo might be weak to the Astral Barrage, but it doesn't take any damage from the... Well, I guess it would take damage from the Stellar Starstorm, wouldn't it? Yeah, that plan kind of falls apart. I don't know. I thought Solgaleo would be a better Pokemon double restricted, but now I'm thinking about it, maybe not. It's gonna be Calyrex Shadow and Terapagos and the Goldfish Fluttermane, and then all the things that have answers to beat that. Because Miraidon can't beat that. But what do you put with Miraidon? Maybe Groudon? Miraidon, Groudon? And then you run Parabolic Charge on Miraidon, so you can hit both Terapagos and Calyrex Shadow at the same time. Who else would be good for Miraidon? I guess Miraidon could also just be a slot in for Terapagos on the Cali Shadow teams, but if you do like Cali Shadow Miraidon, then you kind of struggle to hit other Terapagos teams. Because you can't Astral Barrage the Terapagos. And if the Terapagos is like special bulky enough, and it has like Calm Mind Terapagos, and Terapagos Earth Power, it's probably slots Earth Power on its set specifically for Miraidon more often than not. I feel like it's gonna be harder. I don't even remember what Parabolic Charge does. Parabolic Charge is epic. It's like Drain Punch, but electric type, and it hits everything like Earthquake. Then again, if you're going to use Miraidon Groudon, then you're super Ice Weak. And even if Calyrex Ice has a foot to stand on, it'll have a foot to stand on if you're using Miraidon Groudon. Not so much if your Groudon's Terrifier, though. Koraidon Groudon Sun, though, is going to be very real. Because Koraidon can take Terapagos, and then you just need to have, like, Urshifu to take Calyrex. So the Koraidon Groudon Sun might be so real that you can do things like... Because you're Speed Booster, so you could do things like Sandy Shocks, I feel like. Because you'll Speed Booster to be faster than the Calyrexes. But Tornado is Tailwind. The Calyrex, but then that's a slot that's not attacking. Double Sun is interesting. I think it's gonna be real. Koraidon's gonna be a big winner of Double Restricted. Kyogre, I think, is another one. I think Kyogre will be in S, simply because you can do Kyogre, and Kyogre will be the counter to Sun, but Kyogre Calyrex Shadow will still be good. I don't really like Sun, I like using the rain and just balance in general. I think my ranking is like... It's probably Sun on top. And then Rain. Because I didn't really like Rain that much. Actually, maybe Rain is higher than Sun. Because Politoed Barraskewda was the thing I like to do a lot. I like to use my Swift Swimmers more than my Chlorophyllers, because all the Chlorophyllers are just kind of Sleep Powder Mons. I think if I'm feeling janky, I'd like my Sun. And if I'm feeling like I want to do something consistent, then I'll go Rain. Because Lilycole is obviously very special. But it's also very, very, very... It's just, there ain't really nothing like Lilycole. Rain doesn't have Lilycole. Sorry for the long wait. No worries. It's not like I was doing anything important. Anyways. Alright, let's not worry about... Oh, wait, we can do the wheel. Let's do the wheel. The wheel. The wheel. Oh, there we go. Alright, here we go. Your special buff is that I am not going to be using status moves on turn 1. Okay. I'm gonna bring this team. And not use status moves on turn 1. Okay, very Sun. A lot of Sun, but no actual Sun. Unless Meowstic is the Sun, which would make sense. Let me also take the wheel off. Let's see. What do I do here? I think I do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. I have a nice spice team this time. It is very spicy. I think Leafeon is canonically spicy, right? Or at least Leafeon smells spicy? I also got Magmortar, who I like a lot. Wait, did I lead Grims? I didn't lead Grimmsnarl, did I? Leading Grimmsnarl would be bad, because I can't use stats next turn on. Pretty sure I let Scizor Caledon, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Let's do this and I don't know. I'm worried the cat is just gonna go for the sun. It's gonna do that though. It might be a good time to like try and take it out. If I just like lose Scizor here, would that be the worst thing in the world? Big damage. Cat goes for the light screen. Okay, so I could have brought it in Pelipper and gone for the Electro Shot. Scorching Sands comes out into Scizor. Does pick up a burn. Okay, that special defense goes down, which raises its special attack. But I want that not to be here. And then I did just reveal Scorching Sands. It could be Specs. This thing. I don't think it's Specs though. Specs makes sense on Magmortar, but locking yourself into Scorching Sands seems like a questionable idea. Flamethrower's gonna come out into Scizor now. That's of course gonna take Scizor. I thought Scorching Sands was a spread move, but nah, it's just like a Scald clone. What's the one that you're thinking of? What's it called? Not Ursaluna. What Landers? You're thinking of Landers' signature move. Let me bring in Grimmsnarl here. And Landers' signature move is what's Landers' signature move? Ah, that's Thunderbolt. Not the para. Don't tell me the para makes me slower than my Milotic. Oh, Pelipper dodge. Nice. Okay, we got unlucky, but then we got lucky. Let's do that. Sandsteer Storm. You're right. That's what it's called. I knew it ended in Storm because obviously all of them ended in Storm, but I was like, Scorching Storm? That's not right. Sandy Storm? It just kind of sounds dumb. There's no act drops. It quit the Grimmsnarl, that's why I did so much. No act drops, no act drops, no act drops. Cool. To be fair, ground type moves that have two words starting with S that also both burn your opponent. Doesn't say Seer Storm does, right? I'm pretty sure it burns you. Or at least has the chance to burn you. I'll just Grimmsnarl, which means I can maybe get a pair onto whatever is in the back slot. I wasn't even thinking about the trigger here. The trigger kind of messes me up. Kind of. Ah, but it's Leafeon in the back, okay. Yeah, let's do that. What terrestrialize is this? Air water, okay. Dantier is 20%. It makes sense, makes sense. Water Terror Blast. Except Grimmsnarl. And Battle, you sure can Bryce Mayhem if you're in first person to grab it in the queue after we're done with Sua's battles, but we're currently on the start of Sua's attempts. They're gonna have to stick it out for a bit. No, my rain is gone. Help her bring back my rain, please. Thank you very much. Let's do that. Depends how much longer Fire's streaming. I mean, we're within 3 hours, so I'm more than willing to take on another challenge after this. Knockoff goes into the protect. I wasn't paying attention. 3 out of the 4 Pokemon are paralyzed. Oh, yeah. A lot of paralyses. Alright, let's... I gotta not use status from turn 1. I gotta remember. Very important. Alright, Shade and Gals this last time. Let's do... Not you, because you can activate competitive. Let's do you, and... I want Sun to be active, because it doesn't, like, super benefit me. But I also don't want to, like, die. Let's do that, and that. That gives me a good number of options. Oh, fuck. I gotta plug in my controller now. Taking time out of my turn that I could be using to figure out what to do. My Lodic and Cat. Can't catch this, and I kinda don't want my combo on the field, but I also don't want... Yeah, let's do this. Alright, the cat is now a fairy type. Did not go for... Oh wait, the cat's competitive, not prankster. So I have to wait to set up its light screen. The water comes out. Gets the act drop on combo. Didn't matter this turn at least. Let's do this and this. The fairy does kind of scare me, but I don't really have a swap out for it. I maybe could Terra Steel there, but... Okay, the cat just gets both of its screens. I'm fine with that. Unless he miss. The miss here would be kind of detrimental. The miss might really be detrimental here. Okay. Really would like to KO that. And you get rid of those accuracy drops on combo. Oh, Draining Kiss is an interesting tech move. I see like Magmortar here. Iffy on. Might be fast, might be slow. We'll find out. I think it's fast. Muddy Water is going to be stabbed, spread Sun's perspective. Okay, not too calling me. I get burned. No, but I think that's fine for now. I'm holding an item right now. It makes the most sense to Gleam right now and go for the Heat Wave. Okay. Oh, you know what? My Fluttermane's so fast. Maybe even if Leafeon's chlorophyll, it might still be faster than it. Critical Fluttermane and an accuracy drop, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. A burn would help. Yeah, hot shot. Okay. They're in fact like clay, so their stuff is gonna last for long enough. I'm okay with losing both here. I did not lose both here. That was not the plan. I wish I lost both. It'd make life a lot easier. Flamethrower goes into Fluttermane. But since this wears off, it's not a big deal. This thing's basically back to full health. I need to not miss. Because if we lost Fluttermane there, I could have brought in Incineroar, and even if it's competitive, I could fake out the Milotic, so I would have gotten off the dance a lot freer there. Dang, that wasn't muddy water. Dodged by Fluttermane, though. It's kind of big. Ice Cream wears off. So is this Milotic competitive? It's gotta be competitive. It's not competitive, huh? No, I wish I still had Terra Stellar. There's the accuracy drop. Since it's not competitive, nah, I have to showball it. Okay, it's recovering. The crit, it does, it wasn't healing enough for recover, but the crit does add a little bit of insult to injury here. That's a GG. That was a good one, though. You definitely had your Milotic endgame much stronger there. If you were competitive, then you probably would have had it, because you probably take both the attacks and get off the muddy water, and that does enough to Incineroar, even with the berry. Marvel Scale makes sense, but competitive was obviously the thing I was afraid of. I didn't use this team, right? Let's use this one. Okay, Sun against Sun again. But no Sun. No Son of mine. I think I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and that's pretty solid. I need a Flame Orb, though. Maybe. The lefties are really what helped you, because it helped you stick around for a long time with the passive recovery behind your screens. Was the big thing. So Flame Orb would do the opposite of that, where you do get a defense boost, but it only helps you against Incineroar's knockoff there. Well, I guess I'm glad I didn't actually get the Heat Wave burn on the Milotic, because then the knockoff would do less, but then it would also negate the leftovers recovery. Resistance gives us the defense boost. Let's do that and do that. I see my Milotic be withdrawn. for Legion. That's a lot of fake out damage. Oh, Flame Body back is not as nice. Little Flame Body, kind of go crazy? No. No Dark Claw activation, though. Based on how much damage the Fake Out did, I feel like the Grassy Glide picks up KO. Or at least it should always pick up KO. Probably. More often than not. Maybe. More than likely. Hopefully. Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't use a status move. Doesn't matter because we were already good, but I did not use a status move, even though I definitely forgot to not use the status move. X Scissor. Ooh, unfortunately Life Orb. Got my Lodic. In a little bit of a better scenario. And we've got this thing. I think I just... What do I have in the back? King Gambit? And Pichu? Neither of them really want to see this thing. I'm just gonna make sure I take it out here. See a Terra from the opponent. And it's on the floor just... Okay, Terrifier is pretty good here. For them at least. Ah, critically. That's why we didn't take it there. And Psychic, that's gonna pick up KO too. It's now 2v2. Got an attack boost, which helps me with my loading. Let's do Terra Blast and Sucker here. War comes out. Ooh, Act drops P2. Oh, but Act drops King Gambit. Okay, game technically not over. Game especially also technically not over. But it's about my Recoverer, who's +1 Terrifying Terra Blast. And my Dark type with +2 Sucker Punch. Versus your Recoverer. Let's play some odds. Let's gamble some dice. The dice have been gambled. I got double sixes immediately. That time Flame Orb would have helped you out. Because Flame Orb means that you're not getting Tire Claw slept. And you're also getting a better defense boost against King Gambit and Rillaboom. GG's, GG's. Alright, Bryce Mayhem, are you still around? Because once stream catches up, I'm going to start searching, and the floor will be open again. What did you think of the AV Magmortar? You know, I didn't even put together that it was AV. I just thought Magmortar was really special tanky. But, I mean, I like Magmortar. It's got a lot of good moves. I wish it was Sun, though. Does your Meowstic have Sunny Day? Because, like, Meowstic Sunny Day, and then Magmortar Weather Ball, Thunderbolt, Scorching Sands. What's another coverage move? I guess Terra Blast, if you want to use Terra on it. Alright, she's caught up by now. Give my Milotic Dazzling Gleam? Does my Milotic get Dazzling Gleam? I think Draining Kiss was fine, because you're trying to make a stall set is what it seems like, with Muddy Water, Draining Kiss, Recover, and other move I don't think we saw. I think Milotic is like a Fairy Light set. Like, you're not getting Moonblast, but you are getting Alluring Voice. Yeah, no Dazzling on Milotic. The only Fairy moves are Alluring Voice and Draining Kiss. And Disarming Voice. Who could forget about Disarming Voice? Bruxish's ability? I mean, it would just be better Bruxish then. Big crate. Maybe Mega Milotic can be dazzling. Give it the competitive boost from the Intimidate, and then it bounces off that into dazzling, so it can't take the Grassy Glide. That'd be crazy. My last move is Ice Beam. You get Ice Beam on Magmortar? I didn't know that. I guess it is a Gen 1 Pokemon, so it gets tons of TM moves. Yeah, Bruxish is dazzling. Alright, I'm gonna give this until it's 11 o'clock my time. It's currently 10:59. It was 10:58 when I started the sentence, though. Sounds really cool. It would be cool. It wouldn't be very personalized, but it would be cool. Because you're +2, and now you can't be faked out. It would be cool. It would be strong. No doubt in my mind. It would be like... It would just be better Primarina, really. No item, but stronger Primarina. We didn't say that it was going to be Fairy, but I kind of assumed it would be Fairy. If you did make a Milotic. Milotic has Ice Beam as its last move, and oh, Milotic has the Ice Beam. That makes much more sense. And then Mortar has the 95s for death. That's pretty good. The thing about that Mega Milotic is, like, there's no stopping the setup of you leading, like, Milotic Weirdeer, and then you protect with Milotic on turn 1, and your opponent can't really click Fake Out into you, because if you Mega Evolve, then it just nullifies the turn for them, once your Dazzling activates. So you skill swap your Intimidate onto the opponent, with no way to stop you unless they, like, super pressured Weirdeer. And then you get the competitive boost behind the Protect, and then you Mega Evolve. And you're basically guaranteed the +2 every time. Normally I run Fire Blast over Flamethrower since this set is a bulky wall breaker. Makes sense, makes sense. If you're sticking around for longer, then you can go for Fire Blast more often. Alright, I've been searching for like 5 minutes longer than I said I was going to search for, but doesn't feel like there's anybody else interested in battling, and we're basically at the time. So we're going to stop things there for today. Bit of a slow day today, but they can't all be fast days. But, oh man, upgrades changed. I wonder what I got. Nothing. I have nothing. Oh, Bombardier. Alright, have that one, have that one, have that one, have that one. I have that. Do I have this one? I actually don't think I do. I'm gonna go do this one. Well, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Oh, remember, like and subscribe. All that jazz if you haven't done that already for whatever reason. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.